Hello and welcome to my channel Say. And today I am back with one more topic, one more issue pertaining to the legal. Now, whether the frozen embryos outside the womb are children or they not was an issue which came to be considered by Alabama court. What happened is this: three petitioners, they approached Alabama trial court. These three petitioners were actually three couples. They approached Alabama trial court whose frozen embryos were destroyed by a patient who managed to wander into cryogenic nursery, the nursery where these frozen embryos were kept, and accidentally dropped several of them on the floor, causing destruction. And this incident led this couple to approach the lower court, and they approach to seek ruling under the United States 1872 Wrongful Death of Minor Act. According to them, the frozen embryos were children and the culprits were entitled for a punishment under the act, which is states 1872 Wrongful Death of Minors Act. Now what happened is this: the trial court, that is the lower court, went against the couple, saying that this is not the case where the frozen embryos could be considered as person or a child, and therefore dismiss their claim. Now, eventually, this couple approached Alabama Supreme Court, and the higher court, which is the higher court other than the lower court, the judgment which came to be dismissed with a finding that the frozen embryos cannot be considered as a person or a child under the wrongful death claim, was challenged before the another court, which is a higher court, which came with a ruling by 7-2, sorry, and by this majority finding, the Alabama higher court or a Supreme Court disagreed, and they concluded that the Wrongful Death of Minor Act applies on its face to all unborn children without limitation, meaning thereby this particular act, which is Wrongful Death of Minor Act, will be applicable to the frozen embryos. It applies to all children, born or unborn, was the finding by Justice J. Michel. As we all know that Alabama, along with there are many other states who have banned virtually banned or restricted abortion across the United States in 2022, that we are all aware of that. Now with this finding, what has been concluded that the embryos, the frozen embryos, or the embryos which are in a way was not accepted or treated as a person or a child by the lower court came to be accepted as a person or a child, consequence of which the judgment is this: the particular act in question was wrongful death of minor act came to be applicable in a particular incident. And this particular incident or this particular ruling has caused a serious debate in the White House. And eventually, after this pronouncement of this particular order by the Alabama Supreme Court, Alabama University has paused the IVF treatment. They have come with a statement saying that they have paused the IVF treatment, which is in a way is leading to a lot of loss, and the couple who wish to be a parent are being denied of their opportunity of becoming a parent, and is going to lead a sorry state of affair. However, respecting the judgment, they are trying to evaluate whether the patient or the physician could be prosecuted criminally or face punitive damages for following the standard of care for the IVF treatment. They have come with a statement saying that the IVF treatment is paused and everything through egg retrieval remains in place, meaning that they have only paused a treatment. However, the other procedure of egg retrieval and all, everything is in place. That is not been paused. The egg fertilization and the embryo development is paused. Is a consequence of this particular judgment of the Alabama Supreme Court, which was recently pronounced on 22nd of this month, that is 22nd February 2024. These embryos, which are in a way is preserved, are called as the cryopreserved embryo in human being. Now, the issue stands resolved by the Alabama Supreme Court that these are nothing less than a human being. So the consequence of this finding would lead to applicability of this particular act. The Washington White House has in a way criticized the entire judgment. However, the Republican 2024 presidential hopeful candidate, Miss Nikki Haley, has in fact supported the judgment and the finding of the Alabama High Court, and she told very emphatically to NBC News that embryos to me are babies. When you talk about embryo, you are talking about, to me, that's life. And so I do see where that's coming from when they talk about that. So maybe this judgment may have led to this to the treatment of IVF, or the couple who wish to become a parent because of whatever reason they could not become a parent. There are many couples who go through this kind of technology for them to becoming a parent, and there are many hospitals who are catering to these needs of the hopeful parents, and they may be facing some serious problem, or they may be facing some issues on business prospect. But the point is that the judgment is very conclusive and findings are very conclusive. So for a while, the Alabama University have paused all IVF treatment. I don't know what will happen next, whether there will be another legislation which will come, giving some ray of hope to the to the couples who wish to be a parent through the IVF treatment. That eventuality I am not aware, nor anybody else is aware at this point of time. But the issue was concluded on 22nd February. It was widely published, and in fact it was debated, criticized. Some were supporting, some were not. Those who are industry of this IVF treatment, those clinics, those hospitals, they are critical of this judgment. The Washington DC is White House is critical of this judgment. However, there are many who are supporting this judgment. Basically, the intention of supporting this judgment is that whether the children are born or unborn, for them embryos are babies. Those who are supporting the judgment, for them is very crystal clear that embryos are babies and there is a life. So I thought of sharing this judgment with you, and thought of sharing my video on this. That's how I made this video. I am quite hopeful that you may have liked this video, and I would request you all to keep on viewing my video, and I would keep on posting similar videos on different subjects of the legal arena in coming days. And till then, goodbye and have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I request you all keep watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.